Hey everybody, it's Martha. I'm back with part 2 of the collage mixed media. Let's make some cards and pockets and stuff, but we're taking it beyond the typical let's just collage a bunch of piece of paper on the book pages. So I hope everybody's doing well. Now, if you remember, I did this piece and I collaged the papers, I gessoed it, I did some inking, and then I did some more, I took tissue paper and collaged some more layers on top. So we have all the back layers, and then we have some top layers, and we have some inking. And if you remember, I did this one on camera in the previous video, and I didn't ink it. So we're going to do it a little out of step, but that's okay because it's all the same. Now this one, the first one, I just took, stuff is bouncing all over my desk, sorry. I just took some archival ink, and the green, was it the green, I think, was Distress ink or oxide. But I took the archival ink and just smudged it on here and there. So this time I want to do one of my favorite techniques. Pretty sure it was Andrea at Artie Mays that did this. And I think I want to do some various colors. So I have more colors in the little boxes than I do in the big boxes. So we're just gonna try this. I don't know what's gonna work and what's not. So let's see. First we will try this. And not exactly what I'm looking for. And part of the problem with it bubbling up like this, I don't know if you can see that, is that that's not really what I wanted. So I'm going to dab some of that off. And I'm going to pick it up with this. And that doesn't work either. Well, it does, sort of. It's not really what I'm looking for. Yeah, that's not working for me either. Let's see. Got the back of the page more than I got the front of the page. All right. Well, not really what I wanted. And sometimes that happens. You don't really get what you want. I think, I started to say this, and I think part of the problem is and I don't want squares on there either, is you get, you know what I'm going to do? I know what I'm going to do. You know what I'm going to do? I know what I'm going to do. I am going to, let's see. Is that what I want? No, that's not what I want either. Oh my goodness gracious me. Let's see. I'm going to take a piece of acetate, and even though this is a really good piece that would be good for other things, I'm going to cut a piece off. And, oh, that's a reach. I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this piece here. I'm going to crinkle it up and try this. I do like that better. It might take me all day, but I like it better. Oopsies. So, and again, I've gone with green. which is not my favorite color to use, but for some reason, uh-oh. All right, so there, it's darker than I want. So I'm going to do that and let it run. So what I was trying to say twice now that I failed to accomplish is, I think because the glue leaves like a slicker surface. I'm sorry. The glue leaves a slicker surface. I think that sort of inhibits some of how I want the ink to go on as well. So I'm trying various methods here to see if I get what I want. I kind of like this, wetting this wet one. Or it's not actually a wet one, it's a Huggies. Okay. I just want some background color. And I think I'm going to put some, and you can sort of wash it off because of the glue too and the gesso. You can kind of go and push it into the background again. Now I am no way off, not even close to being any sort of mixed media expert, so I'm just playing. Remember, it's like being in kindergarten. Okay, let's see what I get on this one. Okay, give a little dab. And yes, I'm putting it on there, and then I'm taking some off because I don't want it that wet. Yeah, that's not working so great. Okay. Take it back out. I don't know why I put it away. Yeah, I'm mumbling. I'm sorry. I'm sort of thinking and playing and seeing what I get here. So, I'll wet this again. And just put a little color in. Now remember, these are going to be cut up. This is not going to be a picture or a canvas like Angela did. This is just going to be like a background for I like that, for cards and pockets and stuff. So in the end, we're going to do the same thing with this as you do when you make a big, you know, a big, several sheets of a huge collage, but it is going to be just a little more intense than just sticking papers on and then putting a focal point over the top of that. And let's face it, that's more fun, right? Have more depth to it. Grunge these up a little bit. They're a little too white. What I'm probably going to use it for. So what are you working on? Let me know in the comments. Are you doing Christmas? I am not doing a Christmas journal. I haven't done one the last 2 years that I've been doing journal making. It's just not something that appeals to me. It's not that I don't believe in Christmas or I don't celebrate Christmas. I do. I just don't want a journal that specific. So, all right. I'm happy with that. That's enough color for me. Now, the other thing I did was I pulled out some, I'm making noise, sorry. I pulled out I'll put that away later. Napkins. Napkins is what I pulled out. That's what I was getting at. So Angela did this beautiful scene, flowery scene, but I was thinking that probably won't work so well on this one because I didn't do it in this orientation. I did it in this orientation. I don't know why. I guess I had a plan for this, but really if I want cards and pockets, I'm going to have to cut it off in this direction. So I would have to do layers, and I think I'm going to let that rest for a while and think on that. And I'm going to do that on this one. Now, as you can see, I already have flowers and birds and stuff on this one. I have birds in the background from the original layer. And then these are from the tissue paper that I put on top. So I think you can all see that. But again, I think I'm going to try a little distress on here. And let me get my little cloth out again. I'm using, this is tea dye. This is Distress Ink tea dye. So I'm just going to like put a little, and this may not be enough. I may have to pull out the darker color. But again, this paper, this tissue paper was white, and I want to knock that back some. And I'm going to pull the napkins out. And I want to knock back some of that gesso, which is, I like some white spots, but I don't like it too white all over, if that makes sense. So again, just more layers. I've learned so much from Angela and Andrea at Artie Mays about layering and the effects you can get from it. So I know Andrea does not have time to watch me, but Angela, thank you. I know you're a big fan of Andrea's as well. So it helps to see you process what she does and use some of that too. Again, this is not a teaching tutorial or a teaching moment or a tutorial. I guess the first was sort of redundant, a teaching tutorial. Let's see. All right, I'm working really hard with that, so I'm going to put that away. And let's see, what else do I want to do on here? All right, I think we'll just go with the napkins at this point. Put that up there, and put that over there. So I just have to, now I pulled these out yesterday. Yesterday I was kind of in a mood. But what I want to do is sort of try to build a garden. So I'm going to take my cup, put some water in it, which I should have done in the kitchen prior, but I didn't. Okay. I love this little bottle. Comes in handy for so many things. All right, so I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to take some of these flowers out. So it is Sunday here, the Sunday before Thanksgiving. And we will not be spending our Thanksgiving with anyone except each other, which is how we spend every day. Not that I don't like doing that, but, you know, we've been married for 45 years, so there's that. Yeah. Oh, these are so pretty. So if you hear noise, that's the husband. I don't know what he's doing. I asked him if he wanted to watch some of our favorite YouTubers or if he wanted to do other things and watch them later. And he said, later. So I said, okay, I'm recording. So now he's out there making a ton of noise. Thank you, Tony. But anyway, if he's cleaning the house and I'm getting to play, I'm good with that. I'm not complaining, mind you. Just if you hear the vacuum in the background or whatever else he's doing, know that he is aware. So anyway, I do have to tell you, he made all of our Thanksgiving Day cards. Okay, so you know me and butterflies, right? I have to, ooh, there's a lot of water on that brush. I'm glad I did it far away. I have to pop these butterflies out of here. He made all of our Thanksgiving Day cards. Well, there were only, I think, 8 of them or something like that. But I showed him how to find the not royalty free, public domain photos on Pixabay, and he picked out what he wanted to do. Okay, that's enough of that napkin. And he, this one, I have no idea where I got this one. I have a feeling, oh, it's Tuesday morning, and our Tuesday morning is closed. It's called Peaceful Garden. This has some great flowers for picking out, and now these are 1 ply because I took the back plies off of some of these napkins prior. They were already removed, so don't think that I haven't taken the back layer off. You do have to take the back layer off in order to do this. Oh, this has such pretty ones. Okay. So what I say? Oh, so I showed him how to get the public domain photos off of Pixabay. So he chose the ones that he wanted. And then we put them into our computer files. And then we used Photoshop Elements to make the cards. And we had to figure out how to, he thought you could just stick them, you know, stick them on like a document. Like he's used to using Word and PowerPoint and stuff like that because, you know, he's worked in an office for a long time. So, and he's good at Excel spreadsheets and all that stuff. I'm not. I stink at that. So I showed him how to put them in Photoshop, and he, we had to figure out how to print them out so that they were, well, how do I describe this? When you make a card, if you want the card to come out this way, or you want the card to come out this way, you print the front, but then you want the inside to be printed correctly too. So you have to put your picture upside down, right? And feed the paper in the right way and everything for the front and the back to come out correctly. So he's just like, what do you mean? So I showed him, he's like, oh. So it's not as easy as it looks, but I used to use my photographs and make cards for every holiday. I made cards out of my photographs because I love photography as well. And I didn't know how to use Photoshop or Photoshop Elements or anything. I had to, you know, finally I started teaching myself how to do that. Oh, let's see. I think I've been doing it about a year. And I do love using it now that I know how to use it. And I learn new stuff every day. How to use Photoshop Elements and some other programs. Looking for my trash can. It sort of wandered away. Sorry. I don't know if that jiggled you. Okay, I don't think I'll use that. Let's see. I'm trying to decide. Yeah, I'll take the other side of these out too. Can never have too many butterflies as far as I'm concerned. So you know where that's going, right? And if I don't use these now, I'll put them in a little pocket, clear vinyl pocket envelope thingy, and or a baggie, and I will use them the next time I need them. So yeah, so I showed him how to do that. So he printed them all off, and he wrote in them all, and he addressed them, and he mailed them off. So we're probably going to do something similar with Christmas, but I don't know if we'll use one of my photographs or we'll use some Pixabay images again, Pixabay images again, or if we will, I don't know what we'll do. I haven't decided yet. I can't decide if I want to cut this apart or not. I guess I'll leave it like it is. I can always do it later. And so, but I love making our own. It's just so much more fun. So, I probably need to get him started on that if he wants to do it that way. And we just used cardstock, and I used some envelopes from some cards that I got on sale. But you can go to Hobby Lobby and just get envelopes. You can go to Walmart and just get envelopes. They make card size envelopes. You just have to match up your cardstock and your images and all that with the envelope. You know, the envelope drives what size you need, so you do have to figure that out. So there's that. All right. Let's see, what else do I have? I seem to have picked all the same sort of theme of flowers. So I'll bet you I'll probably use this too. This is a real pretty, almost watercolor kind of thing. These are also a Tuesday morning special that I probably got last year. And it's Bohemian Garden. Bohemian Garden. Maybe someday I'll learn to speak correctly. I should have done this before, obviously, because this is taking a lot of time, but that's okay. In between gluings and stuff, once I get them glued down, it takes time to dry, and I don't necessarily love using the heat gun once all the layers start getting in there. I just love these gentle looking, oh, no. Oh boy. Bet you we can salvage that one though. Glue does wonders, right? All right. So pretty. So pretty. That one has a hole in it, but that's okay, because, you know, layering. Don't just toss it. And if you're Rachel at Roxy Creations, she loves a hole in anything, especially fabric. And I love that about her. I think that is so awesome to love the little hole in a piece of fabric. I think that's so cool. She's made me appreciate the absence of something in a piece. Oop, did it again. Not enough water. It's okay though. Petals tear on flowers too, right? Wings on butterflies get torn all the time. And you can, you know, you can take these down even smaller. I'm just getting the basic out, and then we're going to move on. Yes, we are. Okay. So I haven't been feeling too well physically. I've had some... When it gets cold, I seem to have a lot of joint pain and stuff like that. Okay. I have others, and I have one with birds on it, but we're just going to get started here because, oops, I don't know where I'm going with this. So, I think I'm going to use my little, it's kind of stiff. This is my Mod Podge brush. It comes in a set of 3. It's from Plaid. If you can see that. And it says Mod Podge on it. Plaid Mod Podge. China. And so we're going to use that. And I'm going to take, I still have quite a bit of water in here. And since I like using my tacky glue, if I can get it open, I have the hardest time getting these open. This cover off. Oh, man. Yeah. Okay. And again, I have to use the the jewelry pliers. Whew. I'll tell you, even if I clean the cap out and clean the whole edge off, I still have a tough time getting this stuff out. So I'm going to put a little blob in there, not too much, because I don't know how far I'm going with this. I don't even know how far along we are in time. Oh, 26 minutes. Ow, 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 ow. Oh. One of the problems I'm having is with my left shoulder, and I just put a whole bunch of weight on my left shoulder. Oh, that hurt. I need more. We were figuring out this morning, it's been probably 20-ish years, maybe a little more. And I fell off of a horse, and I landed on the back of my neck. My head was bent over like that. This was my neck, and this was my left shoulder. And there's glue everywhere. This was my left shoulder. This was my neck. This was my head. And I landed like this in the sand. Thank God it was sand, in an arena. And everybody thought I had broken my neck because I couldn't move. But my shoulder, I tore every ligament and everything in my shoulder. Well, a few weeks ago, we bought, I really wanted to get a bike and start riding. And we got electric bikes, but I can't bend my knees very well because they are in really bad shape. Okay, so I'm going to put this right here. I'm going to start with the larger flowers sort of in the background. Excuse me. So, yeah, I got on the bike and we were playing with the seat height and stuff so that I could not have to bend my knees as much. Well, the seat was high and I lost my balance, and because I was learning to use the bike, and I fell and landed on the back of that shoulder again. Not on the back of my neck this time, but on the back of my shoulder. And oh my God, it hurt. And I've been struggling with that ever since. So, yeah, it has not been pleasant. And so the last 2 days I've been struggling with, actually, I think I want that one up a little higher, with actually putting my bra on. So today I said, forget it. I'm not going out. Nobody comes to the house. Nobody's going to see me except my husband. And like I said, we've been married 45 years. He doesn't even pay attention. Hey, Tony, can I have my tea? Please? Sorry, guys. I need something to drink, and I left my tea in the other room because Tony made a beautiful breakfast for me this morning. He's a good guy. He makes the best fried potatoes, and I love me some fried potatoes. So, thank you. Thank you. I got my tea. He's the best. So, whoop. But you know, it takes 45 years to train them, ladies. Right? You either train them or you give up and walk away. And now he's retired, so keeping him busy is like crazy. It's a crazy job trying to keep that man busy. Oh, I like where this is going a lot. A lot. Now, I don't know how I'm going to cut these up. So I don't know if these flowers will get cut in half, but you know what? It's okay. It's okay. I don't care. Because it's all going to come out in the end. And if you don't like it, you cover it up with something else. Because you know what? It's paper. It's just paper and glue. Okay. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Of course, I'm going to have to cut more out because I should have done more large flowers. But that's okay. I think I'm going to work on this end right now. And I'm going to put this right here. Man, now he's moving around furniture. I think he's actually dusting the floors underneath the furniture. So yeah, so I've been struggling with some joint pain. I have, both my knees are bad. My left shoulder is really bad. My right shoulder, I had surgery on. Oh, I don't know. I lose track of time. I try and count backwards, but it doesn't work very well. So everything seems like it was at least 20 years ago. It was probably longer than that for my shoulder, my right shoulder. And sorry, bird, you're going away. And so you're hiding in the woods there. You're hiding in the garden. I think I want it there. I can see how addictive this is. And so, I had a really bad bone spur in my shoulder, and that got removed. And so I still have trouble with that shoulder because I think the bone spur has come back, but the doctor that treated me has left the area, and I can't get any other doctor to believe that I know that it's the bone spur that's bothering me. So, yeah. So they just want to give me a cortisone shot and send me on my way. And I'm like, a cortisone shot does not help me. I refuse to have any more cortisone in my body. I had tons and tons of it put in a long time ago, and I am done with the cortisone because I've actually read that cortisone shots actually add, they do more damage to the joints later on than they do good. So no more cortisone shots for me. And I am just dealing with it until I find a doctor I like that will listen to me. So, yeah, I think, what do I want to put up there? Help me, what do I want to put up here? I think we'll put that up there. And so, I go through periods where I'm fine, where everything feels great, and I can, you know, go for walks, and I can do exercises and all kinds of stuff. But I don't know, there comes a couple of times a year, and unfortunately I haven't paid attention to the pattern of it yet, but a couple of times a year I can't move at all, and I'm in pain. And on top of all that, since May, I've been getting styes in my eyes. And I had a problem with that once before, a long time ago when I was under a lot of stress. And so now I'm looking for more butterflies. Because, you know, butterflies. I start and it's like, butterflies! Okay, I'm going to move over here and put this there. And so I got a brand new sty in my right eye, and holy cow, is that thing painful. My eye is like swollen half shut. So yeah, there's that too. So yesterday and the day before, I just didn't want to do anything. I just sat around, watched my Hallmark and Lifetime Christmas movies, and didn't really do anything artistic or physical. And I do believe that, this is such a pretty napkin, that rest helps. Rest helps everything. And I think we're made to feel guilty about resting. And there is no reason to feel guilty. If our bodies are telling us we need to rest, we should certainly listen to them. And I'm retired. I don't have to work my butt off. I don't have to torture myself or feel guilty because I'm not up, you know, doing a bazillion things a day. I'm perfectly happy when I can spend time in my craft room, or I can, let's see, there's a pretty pink butterfly. I think it should go, down here somewhere. I'm perfectly happy being me. And if anyone has a problem with like feeling guilty because I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, it's me. It's always been me. I have huge guilt complexes, and they get you nowhere. All they do is make you more. Whew. So there's going to be a part you won't see because I took a sip of tea and then had a swallowed wrong and had a huge coughing fit. So this has a really flat edge on it. So I wanted to, oopsies, come off there. And you do go through a lot of glue doing this, that's for sure. Now, I know Angela was using Mod Podge. I hate Mod Podge. I hate the smell. And this tacky glue does not dry that shiny. No shinier than my any of my Mod Podges I have. And I have the matte ones. But they still dry shiny. All right. So I have a bunch of these little flowers that I want to stick in here and there. So I'm going back because I'm going to need to cut some more large flowers for the other side of this. Put that in there. I think it goes that way. Oops. That's going to be wrinkled. It's okay. You do have to be careful because if you go over it too many times, it does tear. Right, Angela? Now I'm going to just take these and sort of separate them into smaller bunches. Oh my goodness. Leave it to me to swallow wrong on camera. Oh my gosh. Now he's hammering. I have no idea what he's hammering. Oh, honey, I'm doing a video. What? Huh? All right. I love my husband. I love my husband. I love my husband. He's a good man. Oh, golly. Anyway. So yeah, this is just prep. My next, I do have a plan that my next journal is going to be eclectic. It's going to be nature themed because let's face it, everything I do is nature themed. But let's see, I don't want to put the butterfly on there yet. Here's what I can use. I keep wanting to move across here, but I don't really have the flowers I want to use to move across there. Sorry, birdie, you're getting you were the sort of confused bird anyway. You had part of a head and part of a body, and I'm not sure you went together. And the parts that did go together didn't match up, so you're getting covered up too. So yeah, nature and eclectic is what my next one will be, because I have a lot of leftover pages. And so what I did was, if you watched the video before this one, I used a lot of my scrap pages for the bases of these. And then the rest of the pages, like larger pages, various sized pages that I have left over from kits and from my last few projects, are all going to go into at least one, possibly more, journals that I want to put up. I haven't made the covers or anything for them yet. I went to Joann's and I was looking for some more like, you know, nature themed fabric and stuff. Couldn't really find anything I liked. I was very disappointed, to be honest. But then, you know, they have all their Christmas fabrics out and stuff like that. So I guess I shouldn't have been really surprised. But, I mean, there were some there, but they weren't very pretty. So, I'll be on the lookout for some either pretty flowered fabrics or... Now, that's not to say... I mean, I have a ton of fabric here at home. Oopsies. No, 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 no. Not that part. I wanted this part off. There. Okay. Sorry. Disaster. But a lot of my fabric is either like batik fabric, which I hoard, because it's not cheap. And I bought it because I like the way it looks. So now I don't want to, you know, put it in something I'm going to sell. Or it's not, it doesn't have a pattern on it. It's more plain. So yeah, I'm a little torn as to I need some more big flowers, peeps. So put that aside. Put that aside. Where am I? Oh, 43. I just did the same thing to my shoulder. Now I'm going to scream again. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Let's take some of these. I haven't done this napkin. Sorry. Still clearing my throat from choking on my tea. And, yeah, so I'll be looking around for fabric. I don't want to... We don't have any really close quilt shops. I'd have to drive... Well, Tony would drive. Probably an hour to get to the next closest quilt shops. All the quilt shops around us have closed down. So I can either go south an hour or north an hour. Whee! And, oh, now I need some water. I'll just take this off. And use my other paintbrush. And so, improvise. So we'd have to drive a ways, and quilt fabric is much more expensive than if you go to Walmart or Hobby Lobby or Joann's and use a coupon. You can't use coupons in quilt shops, pretty much. So, you know, that would have to up the price of my journals then, and I don't really want to do that. I'm trying to keep my prices low. Shipping is high. And I have to tell you, I did a folio for my friend Carol. I'm so glad you liked it, Carol. And I made a fabric cover for it, and I have not done that for folios before. And it came out very nice, I think. She's very pleased with it, thank gosh, because, you know, you make something for somebody, you want them to like it. I guess I could keep that. And so she said she was very pleased about it. I don't know if she'll show it on a video, but you can go to Free Spirit Arts and check it out, see if she does a video on my fabric covered folio. Put these over here. Angela, I want to thank you for inspiring me to do this. It's a lot of fun. So it seems really busy, but remember, it's going to get cut up. I have to put a backing on it, and I have to figure out where it's going to get cut up. And some of these images might get cut in half. I'm not overthinking it. It's all good. It's all good. Sehr gut. Yes. Pretty, pretty, pretty things. Pretty, pretty. Ooh, whoop, 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 let go. Wet glue. Warning, warning, Will Robinson. Wet glue. I think I'm going to put something there because that is quite red right there, and I'm not sure I love it. Down. What am I going to put there? Some of these little ones I wanted to put in front here and sort of layer. I'll find something to put there. I shall. This glass mat, in case I hadn't mentioned it before, I got this for like $6 in Walmart, and it does everything that the Tonic glass mat does. You can use your heat gun on it. You can, I mean, I can't say how hot you could get with it, but it cleans off really easy, and I didn't pay $30 or $40 for it. So, yep, the frugal retiree. And that's what I've turned into. Although I've always been that way. So, because, you know, when you have a husband in the Army and he's enlisted for many, many years, 21 years actually, you'll learn to be frugal. When you have kids and you don't make a lot of money, you learn to be frugal. Everything I do, I try to be frugal. Of course, I have to sell the electric bikes because I can't ride them. And bike riding isn't really something Tony wanted to do either. So I'm going to put this, tear that right there. Put this little piece up here. So he's not sorry we have to sell them, but it's not easy to sell them either. I guess I covered that little birdie up. Let's see. I'm going to put this over the rest of the birdie, since I covered his face up anyway. So it's sort of like a garden where you have layers and layers of flowers. And that's sort of what I was going for. I'm trying not to overlap too much, but I'm also trying not to make it look too cluttered. But you got to remember, like I said, it's all getting cut apart. So this will all be separated at some point. Let's see. That, yep, that's going to go over those red flowers. I try not to get focused on too much in one area because you kind of get, I don't know the right word for it, over-focused? I don't know. So you overwork one area, and I don't want to do that. I want it to all kind of be spread out. Yeah, I like that better than those red roses from the tissue paper. Let's see. Could I put that bird there? He seems kind of big, doesn't he? I don't know. Guess I could put him there. Almost out of glue. Almost out of time. So I'm going to probably call this good. And I may work on the other one off camera, since it's in a different orientation and it's sort of giving me a conundrum kind of vibe. Not really sure how to go about it, because layering it up and down like I did might make it trickier. Of course, I could be overthinking it. That's very possible. And let's see. I'm going to put this right there. So I will be back with the next step, which I'm not really sure what that's going to be at this time. I might do some stamping, or I might call it good and just cut these apart when they're dry. I do have to back them. I won't bore you with backing them. I may just put brown paper. I have tons of brown paper bags, and I may just put brown paper bag on the back, which would make it nice and sturdy, because it's still, I thought with all the layering, it wouldn't, it would have, don't do that when you have pieces of napkin laying around. They'll blow right off your desk. I I thought that layering it would give it some more stiffness, and it does in some areas, and I know when it dries it will, but you can still see where the pages meet up, and putting a back on it will help that a lot. So thanks for joining me. I hope this inspires you like Angela inspired me, and I hope I was on camera most of the time. And I hope you all have a great day. Thank you for being here. Love you all. Happy crafting. Be well. Stay safe. Wear your mask. Yes, I'm a believer. So give me a thumbs up if you like it. Leave some comments below. Love you guys. Have a great week. Talk to you soon. Bye.